What have we got here? Yes.
I'll bring you your M&M'S Chocolate!
Ta-da.
And how did you know that hazelnut's my favourite? Do you remember that from previous?
Oh, of course.
Oh, he's a good dad, isn't he?
Oh dear, yeah. And I got milk chocolate, which I don't really like. There's lots of different options. There were several of them.
Yes, there are. I think there's a peppermint, there's a Brady Bunch option. There's lots.
Yeah, so I just chose to get these two because I thought the dairy milk one would be good just because it'll be more natural.
And the hazelnut
flavour. And hazelnut because actually I like hazelnuts too.
There you go. Thank goodness.
Total fail.
No, not at all. I'm so happy. I love hazelnut.
All right,
it's my favourite.
And I think that would just still be dairy milk. Doesn't mention the sort of chocolate.
Yeah, I think so. Well, M&M's tends to be. They do have a dark derivative, I guess, but probably not very popular, I wouldn't think, within their market, which is little children.
Yeah, exactly. M&M'S chocolates. So it's basically M&M'S squashed down into the bar platform, made out to be like a great big thing that we open up. So, all right.
Okay, so who owns M&M's? Who is it? Coke, Pepsi?
Okay, it's Mars. These ones, Mars Chocolates Australia.
So hang on, Mars is its own thing. It's not.
Yeah, Mars Family.
Ah, the
an American family.
I believe.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
When did they come to Earth?
Yeah.
The Mars Family.
Via Venus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, all of that. So
now, already, if you feel it.
Yeah, you can feel that.
There's a little bit of lumpiness. There's different sections.
Yeah.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
I'm going to open it up.
Well, let's fire that one up and see what happens.
See what happens. So this is the milk chocolate. And we've got the great big milk. I like that. Look, milk.
Just in case you weren't sure what kind of chocolate it is. Milk.
We've got milk.
Milk chocolate. Milk.
Alright.
Alright, that's interesting.
Oh. M's. Is that going to show up with a focus? I hope the focus picks that up.
Hang on, if I get out of the way.
We'll see what happens.
I'm in the way again.
We've got a big M, but it's not a big M, it's just M. M and M.
So you got two,
yeah,
and you get your M&M's.
Sorry. Oh,
that's alright. Fingers?
Fingers are alright.
So yeah, it's kind of like
you can
what
see
they've crafted. So you've got the little bits.
Got a little bits there.
A little chunky.
The focus probably won't pick that up either.
No, that's okay. But you can still see that there's the M&M's kind of layered through.
Poking out.
And then they've also created the outside press impression of an M&M.
So
it's M&M's within and M&M's on the outside.
Without. Yeah.
Without. All right. And what does it taste like?
Try.
So it's Mars chocolate.
Yeah. Crunch of the M&M.
Mm.
Tastes like, to me, tastes like a great big M&M. With just that crunch of
See, I got less crunch.
Oh,
so to me, it just tastes like milk chocolate.
Okay. Well, I got more crunches and I got a green one.
You got plenty of crunch.
And you've had both of them, both pieces in your
I had both pieces, yes, because I'm a greedy guts. And I ate it straight away. And I still didn't get much of it.
There's a red one there.
Oh, because I'm a greedy guts, why don't I have more?
Whoa.
Alright. Oh, ow! It's all falling out. Hang on, I need to grab that little bit in there. Sorry, fingers everywhere.
You can see there's a great big mixture. There's green ones, orange, red.
I'm going to try
so they're all there.
Try and get a bit of that cookie crunch.
As per the picture. Yeah, tastes like M&M's to me.
I'm getting less of the crunch.
Okay.
So it just tastes like
there's a lot more chocolate than you would get in just a straight M&M's chocolate piece. But to me, yeah.
It's tasty.
Tasty, yeah. Let's have the other one to see if there's any difference. So we're going hazelnut this time. Mars Confectionery. Mars chocolate.
To me, there's not. I wouldn't say there's a massive difference, and probably both companies will hate me for saying this, between Mars and Cadbury's kind of milk chocolate.
Very simple. Well, without having a hunk of Cadbury's chocolate here.
Does the internet agree? Does Dr. Google agree with me? We haven't heard.
I don't know. I haven't done my research on that.
Interesting to see what you think.
Now you can see we've got just hunks of hazelnut this time, and maybe in the piece I've got any. Oh no, you've got the.
I've still got M&M's in there.
You've got M&M,
but you can see on the back too the hazelnut kind of
thing happening.
Texture. Yeah.
So this might get your M&M crunch plus the hazelnut crunch. Hopefully.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Very sweet. And quite sweet. And typical with Mars stuff, they do tend to have a lot of sugar. 57, yeah, that's up with a Mars bar. 57 grams per 100. Yeah, so a lot of sugar.
Yeah, a bit of a sugar rush. Woo.
Yeah.
Again, because you've already got the crunch from the almonds, you've already got that crunch.
Yes.
The crunch of the M&M's is kind of lost.
Yeah, both high sodium contents as well, so you've got that sugar and salt thing happening along with it. Do you have a preference?
Hazelnut.
Hazelnut, really.
Is better. They do both taste very much like Cadbury's.
Yes, yep.
Even though they're Mars, even though they're M&M's. But that's a good thing. I think they're both quality products. So you're not, your choice either way is good. As long as you like that kind of a flavour of chocolate. Cadbury's has always been very well known for their chocolate. So if Mars can get that similar kind of quality, I think that's good. What I would say though, in terms of the hazelnut, is the Cadbury's hazelnut tends to have more chunky bits of hazelnut, like so you get a bit more of a crunch.
Maybe their nuts are like cut in half or whatever. They're just sort of granules.
Yeah,
of hazelnut. Sorry.
No, you're right. No,
granules.
You're wearing
hazelnut.
You're wearing a little bit there,
and I'm wearing it too.
Yes, I prefer that. You get a bit more of the hazelnut flavour.
Yeah, okay.
You get more of that hazelnut flavour.
In the Cadbury's.
Yeah. Whereas this, you still get it. It's still there, but it's a bit more sporadic and it feels a bit...
Yeah. To me, as many of you will know, I don't particularly like dairy milk chocolate. I like dark chocolate. And there's very high sugar content there. And regardless of whether it's an M&M or a bit of almond, I'm so overwhelmed by the sugar.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow.
And I wonder whether it would be interesting to know whether the Cadbury's have as much sugar, or whether they get. Are you saying yes?
I'm saying I'm saying yes.
They do.
That's why I steer away from dairy milk, generally speaking, because it's the high sugar content puts me off.
That's interesting. Okay, so really, it's not so much that they've done something amazing with the cocoa beans.
That's right. So it'd be interesting to see what a dark chocolate version of this was. Yeah. If it was, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Maybe it's out there now, but I don't know. Yeah. Because it's just too sweet for me. Right. And therefore I just say it's okay. I wouldn't call it anything more.
See, I really like it, but I also know that being that unhealthy, you just can't eat it very often. So I don't eat a lot of chocolate. I'll probably go through phases every now and then when I'll have a little bit. But I do really like the taste. I like the flavour.
Now, if you want to be really put off from this, or maybe put on, depends where you're coming from. Mars Chocolate Australia doesn't come from Mars. It doesn't come from Australia.
Where's it come from?
It comes from China.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So these little babies are made in China.
So the whole world, the problem is the manufacturing everywhere. And look, sometimes businesses have to do it in order to survive, in order to be able to compete in the market, or in order to make billions of dollars for their CEOs. Yeah. So in order to survive, they have to.
Yeah, that's just so.
But I don't. How many? But there's not a lot of food products that are made in China that make it. There's lots of other products.
Yeah, manufactured goods.
Yeah, clothes and cars and whatever else, computers, televisions, all that stuff being made in China. But
as for food is starting to be done there. So then it's sent out here,
put in a ship, container,
sent out in an aeroplane. Who knows? But
I doubt they fly.
You wouldn't think they'd fly.
So it's going. It's
refrigerated.
It's sitting near...
and it's interesting on the look of it. It's got this huge thing of Mars, Chocolate Australia, and then underneath that is Made in China. Interesting marketing. No mention of anything else other than that manufacturing on the front.
Right.
So there you go.
Now, also, sorry, I'm just...
And a little addition to a previous live video. If you haven't watched Luke and I live, then you need to check out those videos. But we did this Nescafe Gold, and it says on here to add it to milk. And Luke mentioned in that video that he prefers
cold coffee. So it's like iced coffee, really. And that's supposed to be iced coffee, but it's done with milk. Whereas this is just done with water. I've put a bit of ice in there.
Does it work?
Well, it does, but I only put like a... It says you normally...
Half a tablespoon?
You squirt in half a tablespoon. So I think I squirted in enough. It's certainly dark, but it's very weak.
Okay.
So I would say it does give you the same thing as a cold press, cold coffee, or an iced coffee that's just watered coffee. But I would say you probably need to give it... I thought I gave it a pretty good squirt. You probably need to give it like a double, three times dose in order to get some decent flavour out of that. It's there, but it's very weak.
For a full version of what that is all about, I'll put the link up here and you can follow through and watch that. And in the meantime, that's it for now. Check them out. Tell us what you think of them. What do you think of them being made in China? What's your opinion of food now being made in China and shipped out here?
Exactly.
Interesting.
On that note,
we shall say goodbye.
See Zijan.
Zhejiang. Check it out. We're not going to say it anymore.
I'm going to ship it back to China.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, I was looking at you, kid.